We all remember this dress and Yanny versus Laurel as things that pretty much just like divided the internet. But this video is a little bit different because there's actually an answer to it. So basically this is just an optical illusion. Some people see the person on the swing facing the school, while other people see this person on the swing facing the camera. I'll let you guys watch the video.
They're back, they're bent this way. And he's on it like this.
Oh no,
and
I'm still a little bit confused.
His feet are straight out. I'm 100% right.
I'll bet you $500 cash right now.
And as the guy that finds things on the internet, I was tagged in this at least 10,000 times over the past year. Every single time it goes viral. Rainbolt, find this. Rainbolt, find... Listen, I did. I posted this like a year ago. And then this creator posted a video like a year ago, and he said...
So this has been debated for a few years now, but definitive answers always seem to fall short. There have been attempts to find this playground on Google Maps and stuff, or to contact the original poster, but there's simply not enough data to accurately assess the video.
Yes, there is. And it's actually really easy to do. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through the process on exactly how I found this about a year ago, because it could be interesting, it's educational, and I think it'll be fun. So the first thing that was obvious was we have to find the original poster of the video, which I ended up finding was this account EC Tupper. And you can see this was the first time this video was ever posted, 2019. This is like 4 years old. So we have the context of the original poster, so it's probably gonna be somewhere where this guy has been / nearby where he lives. And I'm not doxing the guy, but I mean, this is all public on his account. His bio literally says AK. So I assumed you're gonna be in Alaska because Alaska makes sense with the mass amounts of snow in December. I guess, you know, it could be a lot of places, but it does line up, you know? It's like, okay, Alaska. And so then he posted like this video of him like picking up his friend at like an airport, which is helpful context. And then we can see here that the video is actually taken like right here outside the airport in Fairbanks, Alaska. And so I immediately was like, okay, this will be a very, very quick, easy thing to do because, well, we're just gonna be in Fairbanks. And so basically I ran this code that basically scrapes data from maps. I ran it to only show me schools with playgrounds in Fairbanks, Alaska. And as you can see, there's only like 10 dots here. So the blue shading here is a school, and then the red would mean that that is the playground. And so basically with that data, what I did was I turned that into a KML file, which allows me to open it up into Google Earth. And so then we can see the white shading here is going to be the schools. And so basically I can just go through here, and what I'm looking for here is I would just go through every single school here and zoom in on 3D view here and look at the paneling outside the school to see if the paneling on the outside of the school lines up. And you can see here, like this window shape obviously isn't the same because it's too wide. It doesn't really follow the same pattern. And then I could go around the school and we can see it doesn't really line up. There's not really a playground here that makes sense. That window doesn't line up. And then I would just go to the next one. And I can see here, yep, obviously the playground here, this is not the same shading on the roof. We also had like a slightly slanted roof in the video, and this does not line up here at all either. And we also had pines, 3 pines in the background here. So I'm keeping all these things in mind when I'm scanning. Usually I would spend maximum 1 to 2 seconds on this, and you could probably tell pretty instantly if this will line up or not. And I got to a point in Fairbanks where I got through literally all of them and I'm like, okay, well, this is not good. I either made a clear misstep in the process here and I just missed a school, or the shading didn't line up, or it's just not in Fairbanks. And so I literally went through all of these once or twice, and until I came to the conclusion that I don't think this was actually going to be filmed in Fairbanks because nothing lined up at all. None of these schools had the same facade or the same lining on the window. Nothing on any of these schools lined up. And I went through all of them here. These are all the ones that were listed. And so I assumed it wasn't Fairbanks. And so it's quite a big assumption. But my next step was honestly just to check Anchorage because, you know, it's kind of the most populated places that would probably most likely to have a school with a playground that this guy would be at if he's in Alaska. And so I ran the same code that I did, except I just changed the location from Fairbanks to Anchorage. And as you can see, there are a lot of playgrounds here. And so this did take a bit. I'd say it probably took me no longer than like 30 minutes because it can be pretty efficient and you can kind of just like zoom in and tell if something's gonna line up or not just by looking at it. So I can obviously tell like all of a sudden like this was 2 stories high, this didn't really make sense, nothing here. And so I would just keep going from playground to playground. I would go in order from left to right. Left here where it gave me new, and I would just click the next one down. And we can see here, this one also, we do have a playground here, and this kind of has like that slanted roof, but again, the paneling doesn't work and the trees in the back don't really line up because they would be perpendicular to the roof here. So that didn't make sense. And after eventually making my way down the line here, I got to this school here, and this is probably 20-30 minutes in. I zoomed in, we can see the playground here, and we can see in the back, the trees back here are perpendicular to the roof, which does line up for the video. I was like, okay, let's just look at the facade. And I was like, okay, that looks exactly like the same paneling and the same window pattern as the video. And to get a better look of it, I went to 3D view on Google, and I could see we have the same 3 pines in the back here perpendicular to the roof, and we have the swing right here in the 3D view. And so I pretty much confirmed that. And so then you can just place a marker on Street View here to even get a further confirmation, and we can see the swing and we can see the exact building with the slant and everything here on the roof. And Street View does go back to like 2007 and things like that, but this isn't really that helpful because the quality just gets really bad. But yeah, this took like 30 minutes. I know like the creator said that people spent a lot of time trying to find this. I guess they didn't really look that deep, or you know, maybe the process would be a little bit different, but this is how I did it. This is a very, 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 very simple, straightforward process that I thought was very fun, and it's a good little exercise. So is it the most efficient way to do this? Probably not. I don't know the exact perfect way to do everything, but I did get there in the end. I think that's what matters. So, you know, always trying to look to be more efficient. And so the next obvious question is, well, you found it, so what's the answer? I don't know. I mean, it's clearly that she's facing the camera, and we have the location here on Street View. I don't think that really matters. I don't think you can actually deduct what side of the road she's facing. It was just a fun thing to try and find, okay? So I found it. If someone wants to try and like figure out like some mathematical way based on the angles of the bars on the swing set, she has to be facing this way, be my guest, okay? This is the swing set right here. Knock yourself out. I think it's pretty clear that she's facing the cameraman, so I don't really think it's that deep, but here it is. And it's also just like a fun little explanation on how easy it is to find things regardless of very, very little clues. So if you guys want more videos like this, or if I have any old videos that you guys were kind of stumped by or want me to help explain my process or how I did it, I'd be more than happy to. Or if you guys like things like this, let me know, and I'd be happy to do more of these. But subscribe or don't, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.